Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to be doing our daily technical analysis update of commodities. We're going to take a look at the dollar, yields, precious metals, and the commodities and ETFs that I follow. That was pretty fast. And I'm going to give you my financial opinions. If you guys need any help with anything, we do have a midweek update for the Platinum members. You can find that at the-value.com. I'll go over the companies that I am looking at or have purchased over the past few days, trading days. So let's dive in here. Let's take a look at what's going on, and I'll give you my financial opinions. So we've got the DXY. Again, I think the DXY, it still looks somewhat strong, a little bit of a wick at the top. But I don't see any big reversal candlestick yet. Maybe that's coming. We'll find out. But right now, path is higher. The 10-year yield, the path is higher for the 10-year yield. We've got nice, strong movements out of this, and we are sitting on top of support. There is the support area. So that still looks good to move on higher. The 30-year yield is also breaking to the upside of its continuation pattern. It is up there. To me, it looks like it wants to go, we can say it together, higher. The TYX-TNX ratio coming back down. That is generally favorable for oil. Inverting the yield curve. So is oil causing this? I don't know, maybe. Is the debt ceiling causing this? We got a lot of crap going on in the short term, but that's what it is doing at this time. Bond prices slightly lower still, and it still, to me, looks like we could see further downside with strengthening yields. That's what it seems like in the short term. The 2-year yield, the very short term, also heading higher in the short term. Now, how much is this attributed to oil going up? How much is this attributed to the debt ceiling? I don't know. I really don't know. It's not like we come to the debt ceiling all that much. We have before. I wasn't really paying attention to interest rates as much as I do now when we did it back some years ago for the debt ceiling stuff. CRB index up today, up 0.92%. It still looks good to go higher if it chooses to go higher. The CRB to S&P 500 just moving sideways today, down 0.32%. We are sitting right above that 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. That's generally a level where it bottoms out and starts to turn higher. Gold slightly lower, so we had higher yields, and the yields inverted. That's not a tailwind for gold, but gold's hanging in there. Down $5, not really a big move. We're still above 1930, which is that support area. Everything still looks fine. Silver moving sideways, right at support. We'll see what happens next. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but we're right on support. And then platinum up $12. That is an inflation metal. It does behave a little bit different than the other metals, but again, up a little bit today. Not really much to say there. I mean, maybe we're creating a pattern. We'll have to find out later as it draws more candlesticks in. XAU to gold ratio slightly lower. Again, still looks fine. It's just slightly lower today. We have not broken the big long-term trend line yet. GDX down 0.85%. We're up against that resistance level. We broke down off that resistance level, and we'll see where we settle out and try to turn. GDXJ does look like we're trying to put in some sort of reversal candlestick. It's a hammer candlestick. Let's look to see if we can get some upside momentum here. SILJ doing the same thing. It's a hammer candlestick. Let's see if we can get some upside momentum. And it's right on support. There's that support level. Crude oil. Crude oil up 2.61%. Looks a lot better. So looking at this, we've got our big selling pressure. We came down, we did a reversal candlestick with the hammer candlesticks. We came back up. I said, watch for this. We're probably going to contract up and turn over, which we did. And we held. Now we've got a big bullish green candlestick. All right, now's the time for the buyers to step in and push it. This is the time to push it for the buyers. We want to see this move higher here. We want to see this momentum continue. You can also draw a little trend line here that we've broken. So now's the time to push it. Now, could we get a down day tomorrow? Little bloody nose or something like that, or a hammer candlestick or something? We very well could. So even if it's down a little bit tomorrow, the momentum is still to the upside. Natural gas down slightly, but still looks good, and the sellers aren't pushing it. So we might still be able to push this higher on the buyers. We're right up against this resistance. Oh my goodness. We're up against resistance. That's basically where we're at, all right? We're trying to break through it. That's what we need to do. We've got rigs coming off. We've got demand going up for natural gas. As natural gas is cheaper than coal, we've got substitution going on. The power burn is higher than average in terms of demand. We'll see where this goes. XOP, yeah, you know me, up 2.19%. Is this thing bottoming at this exact time? We're going to have to find out, guys. We'll find out. Bullish engulfing, bullish piercing. That's what started the rally higher. Hit its head on resistance. That's this resistance line. Turned. Came all the way back down to support. Generally, it comes back to where it comes, originally. And now we got to see if we're gonna move here. I think we'll move higher if oil moves on up. So that's what I'm watching. OIH also bounced pretty good today, 2.67%. Basically the same as oil. I think a lot of people are saying, is oil ready to go? If oil goes, I think these will go with it. So let's watch oil, let's watch natural gas, and we'll see what happens the next few trading days. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust up 1%. Are we going to break out of this guy? It doesn't look bad. It looks really good here. Let's see if this momentum can get us out of here. I'm curious to see what happens. We've got Uranium slightly higher today, right on support. We're using this support line at the moment. And then URNJ, we're a little bit further pulled back than URNM, but still hanging on. It still looks fine. Are we going to break higher? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. TAN up a little bit today. The solar guys are mixed. And we're right on support. Right on support. Again, I think we will break higher with time. COPX up 0.5%. This still looks a little bit weak in terms of the ETF. Large selling pressure. We came on up, and it's not like this thing's just moving. It looks like it may want to puke back down one last time, perhaps. Lithium also kind of in this big channel here. There it is. Are we going to get a break here? Very possible. The overall markets are looking pretty good. So, it looks like it's putting in some effort to try to break to the upside. We'll see if it happens. REMX is doing the same thing. It's putting in the effort. It's trying to break to the upside. Let's see if it breaks. And am I doing anything with this information? No. I'm already in it. Just riding it. We've got SPX heading higher today, 1.2%. Are we going to break this to the upside? I don't know. We'll find out here shortly. I'm not here to try to make predictions. I'm here to make bigger, longer-term observations. And if we observe that this breaks to the upside, I think the commodity sector, I think we're going to have an everything type rally if it does. Housing starts look strong. They were up a little bit, so that's looking better too. NASDAQ also looking strong, throwing down a fat candlestick today, guys. This is pretty good for uranium. Notice how I'm getting a little bit more bullish for uranium. Got the overall market starting to go higher. This looks to me like we want to move on up. We've got EEM. So emerging markets up 0.48%, just moving sideways. I think we're going to go higher in EEM. It looks like it wants to go. at some point here. XHB up 1.6%. With housing starts a little bit higher, I do think this could go higher here over the midterm, medium term, however you want to call it. Mu sideways. Again, I think Mu is going to go down though. Down a little bit before going higher. Copper up 2.4%. So this is kind of a curveball. We were looking pretty dire yesterday with the selling pressure in copper. And we just came in and locked and loaded a big fat candlestick today. We'll see where this thing wants to go the next few days. We could get some momentum here and break back up above this support level. And everything looks, decent if that happens. Iron ore just moving sideways, still looks like it wants to go higher, grinding on up. Nickel down 3.6%, a little bit more of a selling pressure, and this could pull back. Again, guys, these short-term movements, we're at a high level. Is this a double top? It could be. No one knows the exact future in these short-term movements. And I know a lot of people, they're all in the recession camp, XYZ. They want things to go down, bear, bear, bear. A lot of the times it goes in the opposite direction. Some of these, in the short term, they're going to go all over the place. Nickel, this is going all over the place. We could see this pull back further for a short-term pullback. Aluminum's up higher, though. Aluminum's actually firming up, and we could see a move on up. I'm surprised that this actually broke to the upside. We had a nice little setup here for a move lower is what I would have guessed, but guess what happened? Short term, rocketing higher. Baltic Dry Index down a little bit. I still think with oil firming up that this is going to work its way higher over time. Newcastle Coal, again, sideways. I think it's going to move sideways. Let it base out a little bit. Ethereum, 0.09% higher. Still looks fine to me to go higher if it would like to. Still looks fine, and same with Bitcoin. Still looks fine to go higher to me in the short term. This is an inverted head and shoulders, broke it, and then it usually breaks out, goes sideways a little bit, and then continues on up. But that's what we've got for today. And you know what, guys? Oil is looking a lot better. It's looking strong. Let's hope that momentum can continue. Uranium doesn't look too bad. Hopefully that can break out. Hopefully the energy sectors can go on up. We've got the overall markets looking good to go higher. The NASDAQ especially. There we go, guys. You happy now? I know you guys, I say especially. Fine. But that's what we've got going on for today. Things are looking better outside of maybe nickel. All right, guys, give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. I'll put the midweek update up today on the website. Don't forget to check it out. And if you guys want to sign up, use the word discount in the coupon code. Get yourself a discount. And we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.